You just asked me if high reps burn fat better than low reps. And I have a couple answers on that, and I'm going to get to them right in a moment. Train the muscles, not the joints. There's a common misconception out there that people think. They think that doing high reps is somehow going to lead them to burning more body fat. Now, although short term I think this might be true, okay, that's the operative word. In the long term, I think it's actually in the long term, I don't think it really helps at all, because short term you may build some more glycogen, but whenever you do heavier weight and you build more muscle, because you know, heavy weight and lightweight, I always recommend you do both rep ranges, light weights and high reps, and then heavy weights and low reps. The reason why I do this is because I want you to get all the muscle fibers. Now, more muscle means faster metabolism, and inevitably that will burn more body fat. Now, what a lot of people think is that, oh, if they just do higher reps, that somehow it tones them more. No, it's like, there is a benefit to higher reps because it helps you increase muscle mass, but it's not going to necessarily help you burn more body fat, and that's a common misconception. In my experience, fat loss didn't really have anything to do with reps as much as diet. Okay, so although there may be some fat loss benefits from doing higher reps for shorter periods of time, in the end, the majority of my gains in fat loss come from diet and from burning some extra calories, like say doing really easy or moderate cardio. So the majority of your energy that is burned comes from your fat stores. Higher rep training, during the training itself, you probably will burn more energy. But the thing is that you also have to take into account how much energy do you burn from the recovery aspect of your workout over the next few days. And when you're doing heavier weights, sometimes you need a little bit more recovery, so that may also raise the metabolism. So it's an overall calorie deficit from energy that causes fat loss, okay? So high reps isn't necessarily better for fat loss long term, but short term, perhaps it's a legitimate way to burn a little bit of fat. But I never used reps as a strategy in order to burn fat for a bodybuilding show or for a cut or something like that. In the end, I always mix the rep ranges up, high reps, low reps, and this really helped me with gaining an overall certain amount of muscle mass, and therefore my metabolism was higher, and because of that, I burned more body fat. Fire relates to burning, and we're talking about burning body fat. So yeah, that's the fire pit that I sit at night sometimes, or I sit outside while I'm barbecuing chicken right now. So let me know if something's burning, because if something's burning, that's my chicken. I gotta flip it. So higher reps, not necessarily better for burning fat all the time, but good for short periods of time. So if you want to get more vascularity in an area, I do have a hunch that by pumping reps and by doing higher reps and stuff and going deeper into failure, that you are going to accentuate the energetic side of things, as far as your body's going to be able to store more carbohydrates in that area or more creatine, and you may start to develop more veins and capillaries and stuff in that area, which may increase recovery, increase blood flow, and in the end may increase muscle mass and burning body fat, because now when you have more blood flow to the area, there's definitely a possibility that you can start using that fat in that area for energy, because blood is how all this works, right? So if you have better circulation to an area, there's definitely a possibility that you will have an easier time freeing up the fat stores in that area and burning them for energy. So in that way, maybe it does help. But in the end, I say high reps and low reps. Combine it all up, and I think in the end, you will be much farther ahead by doing so. You better be on Instagram promoting my YouTube channel right now, and that's why you're on your phone.